The debate over a tax cut, whether to have one or not, how large it should be, how small it should be, what share should be received by whom, all of this, my friends, is the wrong debate at the wrong time over the wrong issue. Yes, we need to get back to fundamentals.
Where is that?
Where's what?
We need to get back to fundamentals.
It's not in the speech. I'm saying it. We need to get back to fundamentals. Excuse me. Think about fundamentals.
Ready for some good news?
Yeah?
Not out here.
This is going to be a front-page story tomorrow.
There's a front page story tomorrow I don't know about yet?
Yeah, you're gonna know about it in 2 hours.
But I'm gonna know about it now, right?
CBO is going to issue a new estimate of the surplus.
They're projecting it down?
Yeah.
We don't have as much money as we thought?
No.
That's great news.
Yeah.
It's not great news that we have less money, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because the floor fight's gonna be easier.
Yeah.
How much less money?
Oh, when they project 8 years out, it's 200 billion less. 9 years out, it's 400 billion less.
That is great.
Yep.
It's not great that we have.
Sam, we get why it's great.
I can't even tell you how much this helps. I'm drafting the SME speech for Chicago, and I can really...
That's why we're telling you. There's a line that ATJ and the Progressive Caucus want in the Chicago speech.
I got it here.
We want a real tax cut for working families to help them pay for higher education and housing, while our opponents want to help the rich pay for bigger swimming pools and faster private jets. No, I don't think so.
They want it in.
No.
Why not?
Well, for one thing, it's very bad writing.
Change the writing.
Summer homes and sports cars.
The poetry's not my problem.
They want it in Chicago.
Well, tell them to do their own speech. This one's for the president.
You want to tell them that?
No.
Okay.
We have less money.
Isn't that great?
Yes, it is. Thanks.
CJ, are you aware that a year ago, January, the president had an attack?
I am now.
You were there when he collapsed.
I was outside the room.
But you went into the room and he was unconscious.
Yes.
What made you go into the room?
The sound of a Steuben glass pitcher crashing to the floor.
What do you think had happened?
I didn't know.
Well, what do you think?
Well, at first glance, I thought he might have a virus contracted from a rare African tsetse fly, possibly tropical sprue. I'm not an expert, but I did meet a man once in India.
Yep.
It could be anything with these presidents. James Polk had diverticulitis.
Yeah.
Couldn't digest nuts. I'll tell you what else. 1 in 40 American men wear women's clothing, and we've had well over 40 presidents.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, one of these guys was dancing around the Oval Office in a prom dress. Now let's get to the bottom of that.
CJ,
Yeah.
in my entire life, I've never found anything charming.
Really?
You announced to the press it was the flu.
Yes.
Who told you to say it was the flu?
I wasn't told to say it was the flu. I was told it was the flu.
Who told?
I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into who said what. We can do that at the next of what I'm sure will be many sessions.
Okay. Do you know what time it is?
It's 5 past noon.
I'd like you to get out of the habit of doing that.
Doing what?
Answering more than was asked. Do you know what time it is?
Yes.
We'll take a break and meet again later today.
Hey,
You see this?
that was nice.
We got good reviews on the commencement speech
Yeah?
from Maynard Wachtel, of all places.
You got a second?
He calls you and me the Batman and Robin of speechwriting.
Well, I don't think he does.
He doesn't, but he should, because that's what we are.
Okay.
Batman and Robin.
Which one's which?
Look at me, Sam. Am I Robin?
I'm not Robin.
Yes, you are.
Okay, well, let's move off this.
You bet, little friend.
Listen, we're really not Batman and Robin.
No, we'll keep those identities secret. I'm Bruce Wayne, and you're my ward.
Toby.
Stick something.
Jane Gentry and Richard Wilk came to see me with some news. The CBO's projection.
Really?
Yes, has us 200 billion lower 8 years out.
That's fantastic news.
Yes.
When is this real?
This afternoon,
The projections are lower?
measurably lower.
I'm so happy I could spit.
This is really the first administration in history to favor slower economic growth.
I favor it when it gives us a bat and ball on tax cuts.
Yeah.
We offer him a deal. We lower the bottom rate from 15 to 10%, but we stand our ground on no tax cut in the top bracket. And you know why?
As it turns out, we might not be able to afford it.
And isn't it great?
Yeah, it's Christmas in Paris. But there's a line ATJ and the Progressive Caucus want me to put in the draft for Chicago.
What?
That we want to do great things, but our opponents want bigger swimming pools and faster private jets.
Their private jets are too slow?
Toby,
Change the writing.
it's not the writing.
I know. Listen,
Yeah.
nothing.
Okay.